Alright, I'm back. We got ourselves, who knows? Who knows what we got ourselves? It's, I guess a creation of my own, unless it already exists. It might already exist. I was calling it a passion fruit Marga-jito. I wanted something with tequila. I had mojito ingredients. I had passion fruit citrus syrup. And so I just did 2.5 ounces tequila. I like doing that little extra ½ ounce because I like it a little bit stiff. That's just me. 2 ounces is pretty much the standard. I did 1 ounce of Cointreau, ½ ounce passion fruit syrup, ½ ounce agave syrup, and then 3/4 ounce lime juice, 2 dashes orange bitters, shake to combine with ice, and then I just did an open pour into the glass, and I topped the remainder with club soda. I do like it. I might tweak the ratios a little bit. I'm sensitive to too much sweetness, but I'm not sure there's too much sweetness. Maybe just mix it a little bit, 3/4 passion fruit, 1/4 agave syrup. Something needs to be tweaked. Regardless, nice, bright passion fruit flavor. There is kind of like this weird sweetness underneath that might be the agave syrup. I'm not super familiar with it, but still very refreshing. And I like it. Okay, moving on to the soap. This is Subtle Art Soap Company, Dranconis Glacialis. This is their vegan 4 butter shave soap base with menthol in this case. We got the little American flag down there. You can see a blue eyes white dragon in the background. If you know, you know. But nice dragon, nice label. We got 4 ounces for $18. Vegan soap base. We'll get more into that in a second, but I just want to get this moving along. Got the Thirsty Badger Shave Bowl, product of my, or one of the staples of my daily shaves. We're using the Trotter brush again, because all of these menthol soaps have blue labels. So my only blue brush gets a lot of use when I'm using menthol soaps. We got a T1 Badger brush on top. Very nice little brush, low level gelling, very soft tips. And then today we're gonna be using the, if you can see there, the Ever Sharp Schick Injector. I need to brush up on my Injector history too. It is made in the USA. It's kind of hard to see, but made in the USA all the way up there. You can see the patent number and everything. Very good condition, Bakelite handle and plating and all of that jazz. Looks like we got a Schick B20 blade in there. Let's go ahead and wet the face and get the show on the road. This will be my first use with anything Subtle Art, and I've been really looking forward to it. This is one of a series of soaps that MTB Marion the Barbarian has sent me since my return. Big thanks to Marion. I'm not in a big buying phase anymore, or acquisition phase, so gifts and freebies are definitely much appreciated. However, part of the reason I'm not in a buying phase is I don't have a shit ton of space for all this crap. And not crap, I'm sure this is good stuff, but you know what I mean. I'm not saying don't send me stuff. I appreciate everything I'm given, but I'm just justifying the reason I'm not going bonkers on buying stuff right now. I am excited to use all these new artisans that I've never tried before, subtle art included. I've heard good things. I've tried to limit the amount of reviews I've seen about these new artisans until I actually got to try them. And I'm not saying I haven't seen anything, because you know, my friends and community members have been telling me how good some of these guys' soap bases are and products are. But I'm just trying to limit my knowledge of them before using them. That way I don't have preconceived notions. I will say, subtle art, this mentholated soap base whipped up a very nice looking lather pretty quickly. It took a good amount of water, but it just maintained like this real low structure, high density lather. I did load kind of heavy, as I always do with new products and mentholated products. I always load heavy, by my standards anyways. So I think that'll do it. It is, you know, low structure, but it does have like a nice luxurious density to it. And that's really all I can ask for. The scent on this one, about medium scent strength tops, I think. There is a present menthol, but I don't think it overpowers the rest of the scent. The scent on this one is very clean, fresh, crisp. Not quite cologne-y. It's more of a, you know, take you to a place, make you feel a type of thing, type of scent. This one's kind of like a, you know, top of a snowy mountain or in an icy cavern type deal. Like, it has that crisp edge to it. That kind of like, you know, the chill nipping at your nose type feeling to it. And while we're talking about the scent notes of bergamot, verbena, mint, coriander, cedar, and amber. And yeah, it comes together very nicely. Very enjoyable for casual wear. I wouldn't call this sexy or cologne-y or anything like that, but it's inoffensive, especially if you don't mind menthol. The menthol scent is there a little bit. There we go. Can't remember which type of injector this was. I should have spent some time looking up my old videos to see if I can remember what type it was. Oh, I just shaved over a blemish right there. We'll see if anything happens. So the butters on this vegan base, if you're interested, I didn't show the entire ingredients list. Maybe I will in a second. But the butters in the 4-butter soap base is kokum, mango, shea butter, and sharia butter. Sharia. Not familiar with that one. I am familiar with the other 3 though. Pretty standard stuff, good stuff. There's my notes if you want to press pause and, you know, take a look. Not familiar with sharia butter. Sure it's adding to the mix in some positive way though. I'll have to do a little investigating on what that ingredient does. Good residual slickness. On that first pass there, the menthol chill was probably medium to maybe low medium to medium on my skin. I am, pretty highly tolerant of mentholated shave soaps, so take that with a grain of salt. It might be a little bit more cold on your skin. Is my phone slipping? I can't tell. Got a little suction cup mount, so forgive me if it was slipping. Okay, let's take a look at these. Side label here. I usually do this part at the beginning, but I believe I forgot. Product of New York, it looks like. Nothing on the bottom. Nice side label. And I'm not sure if this is waterproof. Let's go ahead and I just dipped my fingertip. Let's see, where can I afford to risk it? I know I did like the this on another one. It looks like it's waterproof. I don't see no smearing. So that's good. Waterproof label. Okay, pass 2. I'm going to go ahead and dip the tips because I think my lather could take a hair more water. Actually, I know it can. Real good stuff there. Normally on pass 2, the chill factor kind of intensifies. We'll see if that's the case here. Pass 1 though, impressive stuff. Right off the rip, I'll say I like the price. $18 for 4 ounces. What is that, like $4.50 an ounce? $4.50 an ounce. That's decent value right there. Good stuff too. Vegan, for those of you that that is a decision-making factor for you. I don't care if it's vegan or tallow, as long as it gives me good shaves. I'm not a vegan myself. Those, morals don't apply to me. However, in the past, I did believe that tallow soaps were superior. Nowadays, not so much. Seems like they've found a way to kind of even the playing field. Even back then, they were starting to close the gap, but I still think tallow edged it out a little bit. I don't know anymore. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, yeah. I don't always make a good line, but that one felt good. That felt like one fluid, perfect looking line right there. That felt pretty good too. This is going to be a good day. This is a Saturday afternoon. It's my buddy's birthday, so we're probably going to have some drinks. Maybe, I don't know, maybe have a cigar and listen to some jams. Who knows? Grill something. I feel like earlier in the day I had something that I wanted to share with you guys, but it's escaping me now. Who cares? Yeah, primary slickness and residual slickness, solid. Solid. No complaints here. And try to go right around that little blemish. There's another blemish over there. I'm acne prone. Back in high school days, parents were nice enough to take me to a dermatologist who suggested I use an experimental treatment that I would have to take monthly over the course of a year, get blood work every month to make sure it wasn't fucking me up too bad. You can see I got a little blemish, or not a little blemish, a little weeper or something right there. Just the smallest little bump. So probably another little blemish. I have this little swirl right there on the Adam's apple. That feels pretty good there. Anyhow, so I did that. I've never been a fan of getting blood drawn or getting stuck by needles for that matter. So that was always fun doing that once a month. And then they said, you know, even though I was in high school, but they were like, you know, don't have any kids for 6 months after treatment has completed because, you know, they might be born with deformities or whatever. Experimental stuff. It dried my skin out like to extreme levels. I had cracked, chapped lips, cracked, bloody nose, cracked, you know, palms and shit like that. Really dried me out, but the shit worked. Like I still have acne on my face, and usually if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be right around my nose. But nothing to the level it was previously. I know I've gone off the rails, but who knows? Somebody might relate to me. I only do 2 passes, so I'm gonna rinse. It's more like a 2.5 pass, because I do some across the grain on the neck. Not so much on the cheeks. Yeah, that feels really close to BBS in most places. I did real good on the neck, go figure. It's more on the edges where I feel like I probably could have done a little bit more, but who the hell cares? Alright. Let's go ahead and grab the Lancaster black sheep towel. Get this lather off and we might be able to finish the video. Sub 20 minutes, we'll see. We got the matching aftershave splash here. Thanks again, Marion, for sending me the set here. I did the other day throw some of the splash on when I came home for my hour lunch, and before I went back to work. It was you know, kind of hot, like mid-80s, and before I went back to work, I just splashed some of the splash on my cheeks, neck, and forearms, and the splash had a nice medium chill factor to it as well. And I feel like the scent was a little bit better on the splash. You know, obviously, I guess. First, I'll show you the ingredients there if you want to snap a picture. There's the label. Very nice. I do like the frosted glass bottle. Simple cap on top. The ingredients, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that comes across, I think. The ingredients kind of separate a little bit. So give it a good shake. Give it a good shake. Get that cap off of there. Nice industry standard restrictor. I always like to pour off of the side where there's no label, just in case it's not waterproof. Go ahead. That did have a slight milky texture to it. And there's no doubt that the scent is better in the splash. it's just so much more bright. I feel like the bergamot, the sweet citrus comes across a little bit more. That mint comes across a little bit more. Probably the cedar comes across a little bit more. That just nipping at your nose, crisp, fresh scent comes across very nicely, very enjoyable. And I'm a big fan of witch hazel aftershaves. It also has alcohol in it and whatnot, naturally, but it is what it is. Okay, 20 minutes and a half. Thank you guys for watching. Subtle Art, 2 thumbs up, great shit. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Cheers.